I opened the door holding a gift, a simple box tied with black ribbon. I expected another night of acting. Smiles, polite claps, pretending to be the supportive husband. But then I froze. The room erupted in laughter. Champagne glasses tilted. And there he was. Her so, down on one knee, looking up at my wife with diamonds so enormous it made every sacrifice I made feel invisible. Will you leave your poor, impotent husband and marry me? The words cut through the music, through the crowd, straight through my chest. And then I heard her reply, yes. The room exploded with cheers. They laughed at me as if I were the entertainment for the evening, the man who had built their world reduced to a joke. I didn't drop the gift. I didn't shout. I didn't plead. I just walked away. She had once been everything. Or maybe I had only believed she was. We met when she had nothing. Debt, a broken car, an empty fridge. I filled every gap she couldn't. Paid her tuition, covered her mother's medical bills, stood behind her at every board meeting when she claimed the company as hers. But it was mine. 90% of it. My idea, my money, my execution. I gave her the crown because it looked good on her. For years, I told myself that was enough. I should have seen the cracks sooner. Her late nights at the office, her sudden distaste for my touch, the way she flinched when people called me the real power. But love blinds, trust binds, and I was bound too tightly to notice the knife she held. The first real sign came 3 months ago. A hotel receipt tucked carelessly into her purse. Not her style. Then a hesitant whisper from an employee, cautious eyes, a half-swallowed warning, and finally an anonymous email. Photos of her slipping into a penthouse with him, his hand on her waist. My heart shattered, but my face remained calm. I thanked the messenger, deleted the evidence, and acted as if nothing had changed. But everything had. That night, I began planning. I didn't rage. I didn't confront. I studied. Every ledger, every share certificate, every legal clause. I went through them all. The company was still mine, the house mine, the accounts mine. She never checked the paperwork, assuming my devotion was endless. I watched her spend money as if it grew on trees, never realizing the tree's roots were in my hands. I set up quiet, surgical meetings with my lawyers. Every asset she touched was rerouted, every card, account, and allowance tethered to my control. I let her run wild, vacations, dresses, champagne, while I tightened invisible strings behind the scenes. And then I waited for the perfect stage. Tonight, that stage revealed itself. When I heard her say yes, I smiled, a small, hidden, but real smile. Because the moment the words left her mouth, everything she thought she owned vanished. On my phone, I canceled every payment, every credit card, the Paris trip she planned, the yacht booking for next month, the mortgage she'd never realized was in my name, and then the company. My company, 90% of the shares, $357 million. I sold it all in one calculated move, liquidated, pulled the ground from beneath her feet and her lover's empire. One push of a button, and their kingdom became rubble. By the time I got home, my phone lit up like fireworks, 156 missed calls. Her, him, the board, friends who once begged for scraps now desperate for answers. I ignored them all. At midnight, a sharp, urgent knock came at the door. I opened it, and there she stood, no diamond, no laughter, mascara running, hair undone, arrogance stripped away. She tried to speak. I let silence weigh heavy between us. Finally, she choked out, "What have you done?" I stepped aside, letting her see the papers neatly spread across the table. Proof of ownership, proof of withdrawal, proof of her fall. Her knees buckled. She sat without grace, eyes scanning the numbers, signatures, dates. "You destroyed everything," she whispered. "No," I said calmly. "I took back what was mine. You destroyed yourself." For the first time in years, she begged, not for love, not for forgiveness, but for money, for survival. The man she betrayed me for, had already turned on her, called her damaged goods, kicked her out the moment he realized the company was gone. The fortune slipped through his manicured fingers. She wanted me to save her. I didn't. I watched her unravel in my living room. A woman who once thought herself untouchable reduced to sobs on my floor. I felt nothing. No rage, no sorrow, just closure. When she finally lifted her swollen eyes to me, voice raw, I leaned in and whispered the truth that mattered. You wanted me poor, impotent, a joke. Look around, darling. Who's powerless now? I walked to the door, opened it, waited. She staggered out, pride shattered. The door clicked shut behind her, and for the first time in years, the silence felt like freedom.